Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to go over an assignment 18. If everyone has been working like they should have been for number 16 and number 17, this should go pretty smoothly. So the difference in number 18 from number 16 is that instead of using Google Docs, we're going to use Google Slides. In Google Slides, there's a lot more visual image options, not as much as Pixel or Photoshop, but it's a good medium as far as doing something really fast visually, but having a lot of control. So just going over the tools that we used before, in Google Docs, we had the resize tool when you selected it and you could make it bigger or smaller. We had the crop tool where you could kind of crop out the sides, and you could rotate manually by clicking and dragging on that little blue circle when you had an image selected. With the new tools in Google Slides, we're going to get into layer order and image options, and then there's also rotate commands, which you can make rotation a little quicker. So for this assignment, number 18, instead of using drag and drop, we're going to use the insert image command from Google Drive to bring your images over into Slides. And then you've got to use all the tools that I'm going to go over right now. Okay, so jumping over, I've attached my example. This is for my Rubik's Cube. So we need to have around 15 images, although you don't need to use all the images that you downloaded. Also, one thing that you should consider is that if you see that transparent background, those white and gray checker background, that means it's a translucent, right? So it's an invisible background. Those are really good for layering. I'll show you an example of that right here, because this is one of those. I can take that and I can move that on top of other ones. So it makes it really easy to make some cool visual stuff. So while this is my example background, there's a couple different tricks that I've done here. And I'll go through that right now. So I'm going to right click on my center image here, and I'm going to, when I right click, that gives me all the new options. I've got order up here I can bring to the front, or I can send back. I've got my rotate commands, and then I've got my crop, and then I've got my image options. Image options is going to be kind of the most advanced one we're working with today. So I'm going to click reset image, because this is what the GIF originally looked like. It was black and white. But since I have a white background and I wanted to work with that, what I did was use image options. So I'm going to right click, go to image options, and when that comes up, I've got a couple of recolor options. Most of you should be familiar with this because it's the same thing that you use on your phone or Instagram, right? So I'm going to pick negative. So it inverts everything. And then I can also start to play with the contrast. I can start to play with the brightness. If I up the contrast all the way, it makes it really harsh, totally changes that GIF around. So it gives us control to move these. I like the basic one right there. So that's how I made that GIF that had a black background into more of what I wanted. Same thing with these here. So if I right click and reset the image, originally that was green and it had this really ugly URL. So I used the crop command and I came down here and I just pulled that up a little bit, pressed enter, and that ugly URL is gone. I wanted to kind of add it to this black and white theme that I'm doing. So I went to image options. And I came down here, there's all these different ones. So this is the one I used before, but maybe that's not what I want per se. Maybe I want this dark one, and I can start to bring up the contrast a little bit. I like that a lot. The kind of fake metallic in black and white is pretty cool. So what I did also, I wanted it over here, so I right-clicked, I copied, and I pasted. When I had my second one, I could move that around here. I could still rotate the same way as before, or I could use a rotate command. So here are the rotate commands. I'm going to flip horizontally, and that's just going to flip it side to side. That's also what I did with these red ones here. If I rotate, flip horizontally, flips it the same as this. I can rotate, flip vertically, and it'll change it to put it upside down, which can work too. So these are the commands that we have. We can flip horizontally, vertically. So that means up and down, left and right. We can change those colors. We can start to make things brighter or darker, add contrast. And that's what I want you guys to do today. So making this collage, let's use all these visual commands in Google Slides, and let's make some cool stuff happen. Okay, so this is my example. Remember, if you mess up, just take your time, Control Z. I'll be coming around. I think Miss Lawrence will be here today to help as well. Okay, that should be it, and I'm going to let you go. Good luck. I'm excited to see what you make.